How are the two J's? You doing good?
Yeah, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. We actually
How
got a
you
good win percentage now on these watch-alongs. It's going high. It's getting higher.
What is our win
Fantastic.
percentage?
Long
Well,
may
two
it
out of three,
continue.
isn't it now?
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Long may
Long
it
may it
continue.
continue. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are we doing in Canada then? What are we saying?
Well, we're doing good. You know what, mate? Night and day from the last performance, obviously against Mura. Night and day,
Yeah.
and there's two words that I'm using at the moment to take from that game that we can all look at is trust and respect. I mean, we've got a manager now that the whole team respect. We can see under Nuno they didn't respect the manager for whatever reason and getting him in. And what you notice today is the team started to trust each other again. Like the back three was solid. Reguilon was more progressive, so he had confidence in the back three. It looks like the team are playing as a team now, not as a bunch of individuals. I think it was a great performance by all.
Do you know what I noticed? It was like the difference between this game and the Mura game is we had the outlets of Reguilon and Emerson, you know, especially Reguilon this game. There was a clear outlet, there was a clear outball, and we didn't really have that against Mura.
Ooh.
And I think them coming back in, it kind of really, it fulfilled the system, fulfilled the...
You remember that our outball on the left got sent off, didn't he? So within 30 minutes. So that's probably why it felt like we didn't have one, because we actually didn't. But
it was, What else did you notice about today's performance then that stood out for you? I mean, Matt said, you know, the three at the back, and that felt very solid. I thought for me, Reguilon was man of the match, but him or Skip, I would say they're both the same. I'd say they both had great games. But what else would you say?
When we get to discussing man of the match, it's not one of those two. But I think the back three was superb, and those back three that were there today come in for a lot of criticism, whether it's worthy or not. That's personal opinion. But I am a fan of Sanchez, and I think if he gets a run of games and if he plays in the right of a back three, he can do something. And today he was there to match Tony for power and for strength, pace, and he did that. Tony was very, very quiet. Davies and Dyer, who have played every minute in the Premier League under Conte, look comfortable. And who would have thought that? Reguilon, the thing we were doing with Conte, with Mourinho, is we had Reguilon for his pace, but seeing that we're so defensive, we never utilised it.
yeah.
Whereas now we are utilising it. And one thing I will say, and I've been very critical of Kane, bloody I can't speak, critical of Kane, but that through ball to Reguilon was sensational. That's what he can do. That's what he can do. That was a defence splitting pass. It was a great performance.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a great performance by Kane, because I think he did go missing a lot of that game. But I would say that
what you're looking for.
But do you know, I think he needs to drop back into a Sheringham role.
Yeah, because Brains McLeod has just put a good thing in the chat there. He said, look, from his perspective, he said, Kane was unreal tonight. Did you see the passes he played? Because he could do that.
That's what I prefer him playing deep, because he can be that quarterback, and I think he's got that in his game. And he was playing some De Bruyne-esque passing in that game at times, but then he goes a little bit lead boots for like, you know, the rest of the game, and he doesn't drive into the box or create an angle for himself, so it's kind of, it's a difficult one with Kane. But he is effective when he kind of gets back into that sort of into the hole, doesn't he?
Well, John, while I'll add on top of that, I don't know if you and Josh have seen this and if people in the chat. I think what we're seeing at the moment is like that goal that he should have scored when he was 1-on-1 and had the defender near him.
Yeah.
He's not normally Harry Kane is known for shooting early. He pulls the trigger early before defender and goalkeeper could, and I think there's so much pressure on him to get this goal that he's taking one touch too many to try and be sure that this is going in, and he's lost that. He just needs to be a bit more ruthless and get that first, releasing the shot earlier. But he's definitely got the Sheringham in him.
I think he should go more into a Sheringham role.
Yeah.
He could do. I mean, Conte said at the Euros, didn't he? And everyone talks about it, that they said if I had Kane, he's going to stay up top, not move, and he's going to be there and be a predator. Well, he hasn't done that so much right now. I know it takes a long time to coax it out of it because he's so used to doing it, but that's the kind of quality Kane can pass at. We know he has got one hell of a passing range. And if we can find a striker to complement him, he can totally play the Teddy Sheringham role without a doubt.
Yeah, I see that.
Agreed.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, well, I guess he's still going to work with the team, is he? Still like figuring things out, and he might tweak things, and he might start seeing, you know, I know he sees Kane as that front man, but maybe he's going to see that his strengths are his passing. Maybe he wasn't expecting that as well. Maybe he's sort of starting to see how effective he can be on the ball. It definitely wasn't his worst performance. I actually think that he has improved slightly under Conte, showing a little bit more heart than he has before. So I can't really knock him at the moment. There's still question marks over his overall you know, energy for the whole 90 minutes, I would say. I mean, I would have liked to have taken him off a bit early, you know, just because I think, you know, put some fresh, you know, energetic legs on like a Hill or something.
You want him to get the goal, like you said.
But then you want him to get the goal just to get his confidence going.
That's all it is, John and Josh. All it is, I feel, he needs to get a goal that comes off the back of his head or a toe poke or off the post and hit him accidentally, or even a penalty. He just needs this goal. And if he can get this goal, obviously he'll feel a lot more confident about himself, and then there'll be the onslaught of goals we know he can do. But it is promising. I mean, I have been so critical of him, probably one of the most critical people that come on all these shows. But there is definitely, like you said, signs of improvement. There's no doubt whatsoever. So that's a real positive to take.
Good man. Anything you ask?
No. Man of the match and unsung hero, Brian?
So here we go. Man of the match for me, Ben Davies.
Wow.
I really think,
really?
Man of the match.
Man of the match. Seriously.
Mate, do you know what? He is. You cannot.
He was solid, but he wasn't.
Well.
Yeah.
He's been brilliant. He's been in that position. What he's done for Wales, he's actually done a great job. And if we're all big enough to criticise him, you've got to be there to say, do you know what? It's another clean sheet. It's another game that he's played in that position. And out of the back three, he's probably looked the most comfortable since Conte's come in. And I think you've got to be able to give Ben Davies the credit he deserves.
Yeah.
And unsung hero, I'm going for another one of the back three, and I'm saying Davinson Sanchez. Because he may look clumsy with his passing or whatever, but he was in that game to keep Tony quiet, use his strength and his pace, and that's what happened. I really think there's a player in it. Look, listen, with Sanchez, you either get extreme brilliance or absolutely crap.
Yeah.
There's no middle ground whatsoever. And it's another clean sheet. Tony was quiet. And you've got, again, give him credit. You've, again, got to give him credit. So they're my two.
Yeah, fair enough. I like this. It's quite a good thing, isn't it? Because you see different perspectives from the fans. Yeah.
And I can't argue with anything that you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's making sense. I mean, I don't know about man of the match,
Sanchez,
but I hear that argument though.
Yeah, he was
decent,
solid, wasn't he? He didn't do anything wrong today. So.
He didn't do anything wrong, so I guess that is good for David.
That's what
he's solid. He's played solid, since you know Conte's come in. Yeah. All right, Brian, how are you doing anyway out there? You settled?
I'm settled. It's getting cold, but I'm not going to be leaving with my normal things because today is about Spurs. But I will say I'm settled here now. But if he doesn't spend in January, I'll be getting settled very nicely in London in February. Let's put it that
Protest.
way. Let's put it that way. I've already looked into flights and everything. So the ball is in his court, so to speak. But it's all good here.
Brian, look at the camera. Look at the camera and address Daniel Levy and tell him.
Well, mate, I think he knows. I think I'm being
He must know who he is.
I've got conspiracy theories in my head. He's watching. I'm like, literally, I'm all over the place thinking, where's he watching? Every single person that follows me on Twitter with a black silhouette, like, no, I'm like, is that one of his, mate? The conspiracy theories in my head are like,
that's paranoia.
Mate, that's big time. But yeah, so I will address him and say, spend your bastard, or I'll be back in February and I'm coming to cause absolute chaos. But what I will say to leave, because today is about Tottenham and Conte, is another big, huge congratulations to you two in the studio, because you help with the watch-alongs like everyone else does. Whoever's in the back end this evening and whoever does the back end work, because they work tirelessly. And also Ben and Simeon for hitting 97,000 subscribers, which is a monumental...
They did that today, yeah.
A monumental achievement. No channel deserves it more. And let's just hope they get to that 100,000 that they richly deserve really, really soon. So instead of saying my normal, I will say, we are Tottenham TV. Love ya. Peace out.
Bless you. Peace out, yeah.